Hello, welcome to the video. I can hear the tape in this corner. It is slowly coming off. Hold on. Okay. Hello, welcome to the video. I'm Oksana. Nice to meet you. Essentially, this is just a video of really aesthetically pleasing things to add to your life. If that interests you, then by all means, continue watching. The way it's gonna go is it's gonna be 3 songs, a book, and a movie. And then a different aesthetically pleasing background, and then 3 more songs, book, and a movie. So we've got a couple different backgrounds, but I'm gonna try and make it as interesting and pretty to look at as possible. Cool. So, first thing is songs. Let's get into it. Dang it. Hold that thought. Okay, hopefully that background will stick. So, back to it. The first one is Nothing Stays the Same by Luke Seidel Singh. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm not actually sure. One of my favorite songs in the world. Excuse me. There we go. Song number 2, Stay Alive by Jose Gonzalez. Gosh, this is just one of those songs you put on when you're driving and you just want to think about life. This is perfect for that. Next one, Heartbeats, also by Jose Gonzalez. It's just very pretty. I tried learning this on the guitar. Oh my gosh, this man's wild. All right, on to books. First book in this list is one called Love and Gelato. This is one that my friend Veronica recommended to me like a week ago, and I'm about 100 pages in and I already love it. It takes place in Florence. There's a little bit of a romance blossoming. It's kind of a sad premise of why this character has to go to Italy. The one thing that the writer did is she described colors of like the Italian countryside as buttery. That just was a beautiful word to use. Okay, so that was songs, book, movie. First movie on the list is Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which is actually where the Jose Gonzalez song Stay Alive, where I got that from. That movie is so beautiful. It takes place in Greenland and in Iceland and in New York, but mainly in Iceland. Oh my gosh, if you've ever wanted to travel, or if you have traveled, or even like, it's good for everybody. It's beautiful. I love that movie. Okay, on to aesthetic background number 2. Welcome to aesthetic background number 2. I don't know what it is about right here, but just the way that like the plant is and the geometry, like the shapes of everything. I just really like this spot. I may have made a mistake and this might not be aesthetically pleasing at all. But in any case, here are the next 3 songs. This is a song called Even If It's a Lie by Matt Maltese. You just feel his pain. This guy is really skilled. Just the emotion in that is insane. This is a classic and you probably already know about it, but I came across it recently and wow. This is called Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. It just adds a lot to, and like sad days, happy days, throw this song on. Wow, it's just so well done. It like makes me feel stirred up every time I hear it. Next one. This song has a lot of memories for me, but in itself, it's just a beautiful song. My brothers and I used to play this song a lot of times when my parents were gone on trips. It was a way that we really bonded, we 4. It's so beautiful. It's good for any time, any day, any season. It's very comforting. All right, on to the book. Next book is Smooth Love Does by Bob Goff. This is my favorite book on the planet. Yeah, this book is probably the best book I've ever read. And this guy, he just loves people so much, and just it's all about how to like just incorporate love in your everyday life. We're all capable of it and everybody needs it. So good. Bob Goff, what a guy. He's just like, he has a podcast, he has all the, I'm one of his biggest fans. I listen to everything he says because he's so wise. Okay, so I've realized that I forgot to recommend a movie in this segment. The movie for this one was is a movie called Emma, and it's a very cute movie, but also it's beautiful. Like the visuals and colors and then the text, it's just, oh my gosh, the transitions, it's art. It is completely art, and I saw it 3 times in theaters and I forced all of my friends to come see it with me. So one of the best movies. I think Emma was a book. Yeah, and so it's like old English type stuff, but oh my gosh, it's just amazing. Okay, back to the actual aesthetic. That is it for aesthetic background number 2. On to number 3. Hello, welcome to aesthetic background number 3. I am kind of whispering now, which I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I realize that this video has slowly become a bit of an ASMR type thing, just because I have a very wet mouth. Feels really weird to say that, but you can kind of hear right there, like my mouth clicks a lot. I don't know why, it just is very wet. We're currently in my piano room, and that's why I'm whispering, because there's other people home, and so I don't want them to hear me talking to myself. But yeah, so this is my piano room, and this is a Disney piano songbook. And in the background, why I love this spot is because you can see the pretty twinkly lights. Those are Christmas lights that have been up for about 3 years now, maybe more. We just don't take them down. I think it just adds something nice to the house. But anyways, that's the background. That's why we're here. Also, if you hear a weird voice in the background, it's probably my bird, because he talks and he kind of sounds like a human being. He's a little weirdo. But here, let's get into the music. I don't want that to be like massively loud. I feel like that's super loud. Oh, I just touched that with my mouth. Gross. First song in this list is Vienna by Billy Joel. It's essentially a song about not rushing through your life. I don't know why it's called Vienna. I think I tried Googling it, and I think there was a reason, but I don't remember what it was. It's a really well done song. Billy Joel. I love a lot of Billy Joel songs, but this one especially is, I don't know, just felt like I related to it a lot, because I feel like sometimes my life is rushing by and I'm not doing enough with it. Okay, next song though. Spirit Cold by Tall Heights. I have no idea how I came across this song. It's been like 4 years ago. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's another one of those songs that I feel like you could just drive to. It's really peaceful. Really sad though. I don't really remember the words, but it just feels sad, you know? It's just so calming. These harmonies, insanity. I love that stuff. I try to replicate that a lot in my own music. I don't think I've mastered it yet, but I take inspiration from songs like this. My glasses have started falling down on my face. They're I look like a librarian. No shame to librarians. I love librarians. I wanted to be one when I was younger. But anyways, this song is Stupid Deep by Jon Bellion. Dang, Jon Bellion is a word master. Highly underrated. His songs are so deep, but they're so well crafted, and they're art. He's just an artist. Jon Bellion is one of those artists that I have listened to all of his songs, and I never feel the need to skip. I love them all. Well done, John. Okay, that's all for the songs. This book was recommended to me by my friend Veronica when we were like 13 years old. She had read it, so I borrowed her copy and fell in love. It is so cute, by Stephanie Perkins. Did I say Anna and the French Kiss? I feel like I did, but just in case I didn't. Stephanie Perkins, gosh, such a good writer. It's a love story, as you probably could guess from that cheesy title, but it's not as cheesy as the title makes it sound. It's really well constructed, and it takes place in Paris. Oh my gosh, it's such a, it's so easy to just fall in love with the characters and like be experiencing everything with them. So good. Highly would recommend. I recommend it to everybody I know, and now you are included in that too. Okay, so then the movie is a movie called Leap Year, which, oh my gosh, this movie, anybody who knows me knows, and now you will know too, that I love rom-coms very much. I have seen probably all of the rom-coms that were ever created, both the good and the bad, because I once had a foot surgery and I was couch ridden for a month, and I basically spent that time on Netflix, and I watched all of the rom-coms there across all the different websites. Obsessed. But now, out of all the rom-coms I've seen, I've selected a few that are just genuinely like the ones that I keep coming back to and I keep watching over and over again, and this is one of those. It takes place in Ireland, and although the main lead, his Irish accent is atrocious, he is a very attractive man, and their relationship is just adorable how it develops, and she's just trying to get to Dublin to surprise her boyfriend, but then she has all these troubles along the way, and then this other main guy helps her get to Dublin because she's gonna pay him, and it's just like what happens along the way on their trip to Dublin, and it's adorable. I cannot stress this enough. So that is it for aesthetic number 3. On to number 4. Now that is a mood. Okay, we can do this. I'll put the book in front of the candle and hopefully it won't catch on fire. Welcome to aesthetic number 4. This is my bathroom. We are in my bathtub currently. I'm trying to find the best way to be able to incorporate that, but then also, hypothetically, I could put it in the corner here, but I feel like, that's too dark. I am a shadow. So here is better. That's enough fiddling with the candle. Let's get on to the music. Do-do-do-do. They're loading. When I was a kid, I don't know what it was about my bathtub, but when I was really depressed, I would come in here and I would like grab a book and a pillow and I would just lay in my bathtub for for hours. I don't know. I don't know what it was about it that was so comforting, but that's why I wanted to do one of these things in here. 3 more songs. Ready for it? Number 1, 6 out of 10 by Dodie. Gosh, Dodie is my favorite YouTuber by far. I've been a follower of hers for like 6 years because everything she makes is just beautiful. And this is one of those things. It's basically a song talking about you feeling like you're not doing good enough in life. Next song by Ben Platt. It's called Grow As We Go. And it is just absolutely beautiful. His voice is so, oh my gosh, so peaceful to listen to. And just this song, like the lyrics, everything about it just makes me want to cry. My favorite music video of all time. I'd love to do a cover maybe one day, but I would be afraid I wouldn't do it justice. Still got ways to go with my singing. Gosh, Ben. Okay, and then this last one is All I Want by Codaline. First heard this in the Fault in Our Stars movie. Such a sad movie, but such a beautiful song. Another one of those, I just feel like I could float to it. So peaceful with a candle. This is such a nice mood right now. It's so sad. It's so sad, but I love sad things. I don't know what it is about this feeling of sadness. It just brings a lot of comfort to me. I don't want to take too much of your time, so on to the book suggestion. It's called Things We Know by Heart by Jesse Kirby. I don't think I said authors. I love all these authors. I credit all these authors for their beautiful books. This one especially is very sad. The premise of it is main character's boyfriend gets killed in an accident and his organs are donated, and then she's on a search to find all the people that were recipients of his organs, but then the only one who didn't want contact with the people who knew the person when they were alive was the guy who has his heart. So then she goes on a quest to find him. It's just really beautiful, and also every chapter starts with a quote about the heart, both like the science-y parts of it and like the feely parts, like the psychological stuff. It's just love it. Read it so many times. Okay, and then movie is, what's it called? Oh, Love Rosie. Love Rosie has Lily Collins, another fantastic Lily, and it's a British, they're both British. It's both, I didn't say the other one, so that Sam Claflin and Lily Collins, and they're both British, and it's like, it's a love story, but it's like there's so much real life that gets in the way of them getting together, and it's heartbreak and it's pain, but it's also realistic, ends up being a really beautiful thing to see. I think I've said beautiful a million times in this segment, but these things are just, I just can't think of a better word, like beautiful. They just are. So that's all for this segment. On to number 5. Hope you enjoyed the candle as much as I did. It's actually quite warm. The sweater was good when I started this video, but now I'm really hot. But all right, see you in the next segment. Aesthetic background number 5. Beautiful sunset makes for really cool silhouettes. Alright, last 3 songs. It's called Ends of the Earth by Lord Huron. It's another one of those songs you could throw on while you're driving somewhere thinking about life. This apparently was the song I listened to most in 2020, which makes sense because I love this song. It's called Make You Mine by Public. Has the best beat. Every time I throw it on, I can't help but just bob along. Last but not least, a song that never ceases to make me feel excited about life. I Lived by One Republic. Dang, these words, so pretty. There's a kitty in my video. Yeah, One Republic, I love them. I would love to work with them one day. Who knows? On to the book. The last book in this recommendation list is a book called Note to Self, which I'm gonna put in the light so you can see it better. Excuse me, kitty. It is a book written by... Excuse me. Oh, he's sitting in my lap. Okay, well, if you're gonna do that, your tail needs to go down, my dude. There's so much going on right now. Excuse me. Why are you licking my head? So this book, Note to Self by Connor Franta, it is beautiful. It is like filled with, let me see if I can open this with one hand. It's like filled with poems and with pictures, and it's just one of the most aesthetic books I have ever seen. I don't even know if I'm using that word right. Probably not, but wow, I love this book. It just makes me feel inspired whenever I read it. I think he's written another book since then, but I haven't read it yet. Probably should, because I just like the way his mind works. And the final movie on this list for you is a movie called Yesterday, but it has my favorite actress, Lily James. It's about a guy who goes through like an alternative reality where he lives in a world, I think he has an injury, and then he wakes up in a hospital and he's in a world where the Beatles didn't exist. So he ends up writing all the Beatles songs and gets really famous for these songs that become huge hits, but they're just like, he's just writing the Beatles songs because he was a big fan, so he remembered all of them because he was a musician. And it's so honest, and it talks about like the life of a musician, and that's the life I'm trying to pursue. too, so that's I think why I like it so much. But so these are the suggestions of things to add to your life. You know, you don't by any means have to add any of these. If you have even made it this far in the video, that's awesome. Thanks for staying. I don't really have any credibility or any reason why you should listen to any of these suggestions that I've given you, but just in case you wanted to add some things to your life, I hope there was something in here for you. And yeah, that's all for this video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.